Good evening. The charges have been dropped against a New Mexico DWI attorney accused of drunk driving.
A judge says it came down to officers holding the man too long and a lack of probable cause. News 13's Rebecca Atkins is in the Newsplex with the story. Rebecca?
Dean and Jess, an APD officer was so worried about this man driving drunk that he ordered him an Uber, but the man came back for his car and it was then that officers arrested him.
I wasn't driving DWI.
He's a well-known defense attorney. David Cerna made headlines years ago when he represented former APD officer Levi Chavez, acquitted of killing his wife.
Excuse me, your officer who?
But in January, he was at the center of a DWI investigation when this Albuquerque police officer working overtime at the Whole Foods on Carlisle noticed Cerna appear drunk before getting in his Mini Cooper. So he ordered him an Uber. But Cerna came back for his car.
42 minutes passed before Mr. Cerna was investigated.
Today in court, Cerna's attorney argued from the time the officer stopped his car to the moment a DWI officer showed up to do tests was unconstitutional. He also put both officers on the spot.
So you did not have probable cause to arrest Mr. Cerna when you stopped him, did you? That's correct. But would you agree, Officer Law, that after you watched the video, you realized that in fact you didn't have probable cause to arrest him? Yes. No further questions, Your Honor.
The first officer said his breath test machine was expired, and that's why he called for another officer's help. And the state defended the lapse in time.
The length of the detention in this case was caused by the fact that there were no DWI officers available.
In the end, Judge Geraldine Rivera ruled in Cerna's favor.
42-minute delay was longer than it needed to be. It did constitute a constitutional violation of the defendant's rights.
The judge went on to say the first officer that stopped Cerna should have had at least done initial tests on him before a breath test could be provided at the scene. At the end of the hearing, she said she still could not understand why the officer did not do so. Jess, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. The state was forced to drop the charges because of the judge's ruling to suppress the evidence in the case.